Hello, I'm Philip. I'm an amateur radio operator in Maryland. I enjoy talking on the local 2-meter repeaters, but since I received my license, I've been eager to set up an HF station. With me today is my dad.
Hi, I'm John.
In today's video, we're going to demonstrate how to set up an HF station in about an hour.
An entire station in an hour? That's amazing.
That's right, Dad. You see, when I started researching radios and antennas for HF, I heard lots of opinions. It seems that every ham has a particular antenna that he thinks is better than all the rest.
You sure did talk to a lot of people.
I sure did. To make matters worse, once I settled on a particular antenna, I found that many hams were eager to tell me why the antenna I selected would not work very well.
That's frustrating.
Yes, it was. So the purpose of this video is to provide a simple guide that can help any amateur get on HF quickly and easily.
That's wonderful.
Yep, I'm hoping this video will help a lot of people.
So what are the key design criteria for your HF station?
Well, I want a single antenna that can cover all HF in 6 meters. I also want the installation to be simple and easy so we can take it with us when we go camping.
Oh, camping with ham radio would be a lot of fun.
Yes, it would. Having an easy-to-move antenna will help us keep the homeowners association happy because we can change the installation if necessary.
That's smart. So what kind of antenna did you select?
We have had very good success with Comet antennas in the past. We have a Comet B10 on the car, and I use a Comet antenna on my HT. Comet is the only company that makes a broadband HF antenna that does not require ground radials.
That's amazing. How do they get by without ground radials?
Well, they make compromises, of course, but in this case we'll lose a little bit of efficiency without ground radials, but the trade-off is worth it because the installation is so much easier.
That sounds great. Can we get started?
Yes, let's get started.
To get started, unbox the antenna. Lay out each section of the antenna and the associated hardware. The antenna is comprised of 5 elements that assemble quickly and easily. I'll walk you through each of the steps to assemble the antenna. You will need a ruler or tape measure, a 7mm and 8mm drivers, and a Phillips screwdriver to complete this assembly. In the first step, we'll attach the first 2 elements of the antenna. Use a ruler or tape measure to put a small mark on pipe 2, about 200mm or 7.9 inches from the end. Insert pipe 2 into pipe 1 and slide it up to the mark. Secure the pipes with the supplied hose clamp. Now we will attach pipe 3 using the supplied hex bolts. Be sure to slide the guy wire ring onto pipe 3 before inserting it into pipe 2. Use an 8mm driver to secure the bolts to the wing nuts. Next, secure the guy wire ring to the pipe using the supplied Phillips screws. While guying the antenna is not always necessary, it's useful to have the guy ring installed in case you later decide to install guy wires. Now we'll attach pipe 5 using the supplied lock screws. Mark the pipe 100mm or 3.9 inches from the end. It's helpful to feed the lock screws into the rings and then slide the rings over the pipe and align them with the pre-drilled openings. In the last assembly step, we'll connect pipe 4 to pipe 3 using the hex bolts and wing nuts. This completes the assembly of the antenna. As you can see, Comet did an outstanding job of creating an antenna that is incredibly easy to assemble. Now we'll connect the antenna to the mast using the supplied U-bolts. For this installation, we'll be using an MFJ tripod with an extendable fiberglass mast. Use the supplied lock washers and nuts to securely attach the antenna using a 1/2-inch wrench. As you secure the antenna to the mast, be sure to tighten the nuts evenly. With the antenna securely attached to the tripod, it's now time to raise the antenna. The antenna and tripod are light enough that it is easily accomplished with one person. Securing the tripod legs with stakes provides sufficient support for the antenna. In addition to making outstanding antennas, Comet also makes fantastic antenna mounts and cable assemblies. For this installation, we're using the Comet CTC50M window gap jumper. The CTC50M allows routing an RF connection through a window or door. There are two SO239 connectors on either end of the CTC50M and a slim flexible jumper between them. Use screws to secure the SO239 connector on either side of the window. The CTC50M does not interfere with the normal operation of the window. It is important to support the coax attached to the SO239 connectors. In this install, we've stapled a zip tie to hold the coax so that it does not put stress on the CTC50M. The final step is to connect the coax to the CHA250B antenna. Here you can see the stakes used to secure the tripod. You'll need a power supply to provide 12 volts to the radio. Here we've used an Optima AGM battery together with a float charger to provide power. Using a battery will enable operation during power outages and while camping. For this station, we've selected a Kenwood TS480 SAT radio. This radio is affordably priced, delivers 100 watts of power, and includes a built-in antenna tuner. It's a perfect match for the Comet CHA250B antenna. Our final step is to use the radio to verify the SWR of the antenna. We checked each ham band from 160 meters through 6 meters and found the antenna to tune quickly and easily using the radio's built-in tuner. As you can see, this Comet CHA250B is very easy to assemble and install. The real question is, how does it perform? I can state emphatically that it performs very well. We have successfully communicated with hams in North America, the Caribbean, and Europe. We've run Whisper on all of the ham bands and found the CH250B to perform in line with what we would expect from solar and propagation reports. We're very impressed with the build quality of the CHA250B, the simple install process, and most importantly, its performance. We highly recommend the Kenwood TS480 SAT, the Comet window gap jumper, and the Comet CHA250B antenna to any ham eager to get on HF. It's not necessary to erect a complicated antenna to be successful on HF.